Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Gee, I hope I'm doing this properly. Oh dear. Well, I never was meant to be a cameraman, I'm sure of it. Sorry, I'm going to have a mouthful of water. I've been in here and it's really hot. I'll send anybody some of this heat if they'd like it. I got air conditioning going, but when you move, it's not good, you know. Anyway, how's everyone? I'm okay. I've been fiddling about because I couldn't really come in here that much because I was getting too hot, like I say, when you're doing things. So, well, you know, when I made some bits, okay? So I'm going to show you what I've been doing because I'm going to make a lace and fabric book. So I've been making snippets. These are snippets, aren't they? Yes. So I made snippets. So I've got a nice piece of old bit of lace there. I stitched this one on because I've done a bit of gathered up nice pink and another flower, and I've got a button. This one I thought it looked really cool. I couldn't help myself. I had to do this with this piece of stuff. It's not going to come undone because it's just off a piece of fabric or top or something, and I got it. Actually, it just fell off as I say. It's not going to come undone. Hang on a minute. Should be right. Unless, you know, it'll be fine. It's just, you know, piece of lace. I like the colour, and I see the colours of that was good together, you know, so I went, you know, crazy with that. I guess it looks okay. It's different. You need to put different things out there, don't you? Now I bought an old scarf some time ago, and I had this piece of scarf on, and I really love that. And the colours in this here, it's like a bit of really nice fabric, isn't it? And this is a piece off a bit of lace that I cut off. So I made a bow, and I've made it look like something like a funny little dress, haven't I? But anyway, and then I've got this one here. I've gone down to a bit more, a bit plain, I suppose. I've got some of that Tilda doll fabric, a bit of gauze, like netting. That is a bit of netting, I think, off a little dress that I bought. I didn't bring it in here, but I bought a couple of little child's dresses, and they've only been tiny things because I wanted to cut them up and make bits and pieces out of them, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I've got lots more up here. I'll just put them down. What I've been doing, because we don't have any fabric shops. It's not like I don't have enough stuff either, but I really you know, like to do recycle. Now this is the top of it, right, the little dress, and the bottom was a whole heap of bits of frilly. It was all gathered and frilly laces like this netting. So this is going to be a pocket in my book. See, this is the top, and I thought if I fasten these bits here down here and put something nice on it, and that can be one of the pockets in my fabric and lace book, can't it? And I'm still holding stuff upside down. So what do you think? That's, and there's another side. There's a zipper down the front, and there's another side, but I'm going to trim that back and just put something around the edge. I don't know yet what. I don't know yet how I'm going to fasten it in. I'm just thinking, well, that's what that can be used for, because it's got a little edge already and it's ready to go for the pocket. Okay, for the book. And I'm still working on my gypsy one too. I've done a few of those, but I didn't bring them in like yet. Anyway, so this come off a piece of a doily, which I really loved that, and then that was a bit off the dress, and I just gathered it up and made a you know, a little bit of a flower. And this is a bit off the little dress, and there was a piece in the fabric that I, you know, like the colours in, and I thought I'd just make these little snippety bits of things that I can put into my book when I get to it, because I've seen this done by Jeanette and Roseanne and all them ladies out there that do all these things, and I just thought I want to have a go at this. I made a flower accidentally. I think I put that bit of, that's a bit of off that little dress again, and a doily, and a nice piece of That was an old doily, and I just cut it up too nicely, like, you know, so it would look good. This is another little bit. It's got a little bit off the little tiny dress. Got a little bit of ribbon. I made a tiny back for that, and just put a piece of green linen napkin behind that, and just made that. This was the first one I did, and all I just did was get bits and pieces out of me stuff and just put it together. It's got a mark on that one, but that doesn't matter. They do have marks on the doily sometimes, and you can just leave it. So that was a bit off the little dress, and it's been sewn, but I just had to cut that along, and then I had all that frilly bit, see, and that's what I'll put behind it, because I really do love the mesh look, the look of that. I did a little bit of beading on that. I thought I'd put some beads on that one. It's got a piece off the top of the dress that I cut off the part where the lace was, so you know, that's looking okay. This is a bit more a structured one, because it's got a lot of, well, it's got two lots of fabric on it, a little bit of old lace on that, and this is the bottom of the hanky, or yes, I think it was a hanky, piece of hanky I used. I just folded that over and used it as a trim across the bottom. Put some buttons on, a really old piece of lace that came from a friend of mine's brunch coaty thing that she made, that she didn't want anymore, and the lace was good to use, and then I put that metal bow on that. So, oh, you'll see, here's what I got when I cut this stuff. It's really cool. I really enjoyed doing that. And this one's a bit more, it's not as soft. I've got this, I'm going to do a bit more, I don't know what the word would be. It's a bit bulkier, isn't he? It's probably not what I was going for, really. You know, when you do something, sometimes it doesn't come out what you plan. I do like the colours. The colours I do like. I don't know what I'll do with that one, because I don't think it quite went to plan with what I was doing. I think that's all that I've got done, that I brought in with me. And I've only been just doing a little bit of, I don't know, looking about and fixing things and trying to find bits and pieces that I've got to use for stuff. But and that takes a lot of doing. Finding the things that you want to use takes a bit of doing, doesn't it? So you can see that I've stuck with my colour things. I tend to do that. I go with the colours that go together. I like the apricots and the this tealy bluey colour. Oh, I just do, and the pinks and creams and that. So anyway, I hope you like what I've done there, and you might get a little bit inspired. I don't know, but it helps to get your things put together faster when you go to do something. If you've got all the bits to go on it, you're pretty right. But I think I might have to still make a few more pieces yet. Each page will have a few bits on it, because you want to fill it, you don't want to put a bit on there, you know, I suppose. Oh, well, when it comes to time to do it, I suppose I'll find out how easy or hard it is, won't I? So thank you everybody for watching, and I really appreciate everybody that subscribes to my channel. I love to see your comments, and I'm going to come back in here when the weather gets a bit cooler. I hope. I've got a couple of tutorials I still need to put up on a few things that you've asked me about, and I'll see how we go. I had a question from somebody. What was that lady asked me? Oh dear. Oh, the bag that I knitted. I don't know if she'll be watching this or not, because sometimes I know I put up a reply and then you don't know whether the person got it or not. When I knitted that bead knitting bag, it's a burgundy one, you know. You'll probably see them things anyway somewhere on my channel. I think it was only on one of the last things I did. She asked me what size needle and cotton that I used to, needles and thread that I used to do it with. Well, I think the thread was a size 20, no, 8. I don't remember now what that was, but you know what? You have to go with the pattern. So when you get the pattern to do it with, you need to actually see the size that they require. So when you've got your pattern for your bag, it'll tell you what size you need to get with the needle and the thread. Usually the needles are very, very fine, probably finer than a toothpick, if people know what that... if I can get this out of here, you can never can you? Look, they're probably that size, you know, even smaller. And I use, when I use the metal ones, they start to bend after a while from the heat on your hands, but it's really, I really enjoyed doing that sort of thing. So that was one of the questions that I was asked, and I need to probably write down them next time before I come in here so I can tell people what I know I've often been asked what sort of glue I've used, but I just can't say that particular one, because look here, I've got this craft glue, I've got this Aleen's tacky glue, which is pretty good. They're all good, but I like one like this that I can't get any more of. He dries pretty quick. Oh well, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, but not much. I find that these ones here give you a lot more wiggle room, and this one here is a really good one too. But see, they're right down to the bottom. They're right down the bottom, and every time I find somewhere here that sells these things, I get and this one, of course, is good for papers and things like that. But I use a lot of fabric, so this is what I use for the fabric. I don't know what else I was asked. There was a few things that people have asked me. I know I've been asked to do a couple of different tutorials, so I will come back and do those directly. Can't think of anything else that I wanted to talk about today. All I know is I'm getting some things together that I have to post out, so finally, and that's good. And anyway, I'll talk to you later, and everybody have a good day. Stay warm or cool, just depends where you are. And I've got a few more Aussie subscribers, and that's really good to see, and a lot more from everywhere else in the world. And I really love to see people subscribe to my channel and like what I do, and you're really nice with your comments to me. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.